All right, welcome back to Around the Diamond. I'm Marvin Jackson, along with Dave Goldman from CTV Sports, and also Fred Valentine, the pride of Tennessee State. Played football and baseball over at Tennessee State. Right. And in this segment, let's talk a little bit about the lack of African American players in Major League Baseball today. Let's first go to Denard Span. He had some really interesting words about that.
Every day on that day is a special day. I think not just for African Americans. I just think for the game in general. And he broke so many barriers. He opened a lot of doors and gave a lot of people opportunities, not just for African Americans, but just for, I just think for, all races, Dominicans, women, every gender, race. He was the first, guy to endure a lot and go through a lot to open up doors. And, every day, every year when that day comes around, I'm definitely thankful because I am an African American, but, just because if it wasn't for him, I may not be on that field.
So just as an American, period,
yeah,
it's a special day.
It is. That's why, not just African Americans are wearing that 42. It's all of baseball, and they set out a day for us to celebrate him. I think the game is definitely missing a lot of African Americans, and it's going to take the African Americans that are in the game now, to help improve that for the future. One of the reasons why I played baseball when I was a kid was because there were so many great African American players, when I was a kid growing up, and it's gonna, it falls on our shoulders now for whatever reason. The percentage has gone way down, but we got to find a way. The 7 or 8% of us that are in the game now, we got to find a way to try to increase that. Not for this generation, but for the next generations to come. I'm already talking to single family homes and invite them to games, and whenever I talk to those kids, I try to tell them to stick with baseball, and all of them play football and basketball as well, but I try to put that bug in there, like, stick with baseball. You more longevity, and it's a game that is starving for African Americans. Baseball is America's pastime. It's the oldest game in America, and to see and not played in the inner city and in the black schools. I think it's something to be said for that, and something needs to be done. And like I said, it starts with the players that are here now. I think we need to, I'm talking about myself. We need to stand forward and speak out and try to reach as many individuals as possible.
All right, strong words from Denard Span, and very appropriate, huh?
I would say so, and there is a problem in reference to identifying African Americans in baseball now. And to make it short, I belong with the Major League Baseball Alumni Association, and it was an association started 30 years ago by Chuck Hinton, and that's one of our big focus right now, is to go out and identify and make ways for African Americans to be part of the baseball market, because so many of them right now, and there's some reasons why they're not playing. Most of the major cities do not have baseball programs in high school, and many of the colleges can't afford to have it.
The HBCUs.
So that's one of the big problems we're having. We're working with Southern, and I say we, the Major League Baseball Alumni Association, working right now with Southern University in reference to that baseball program. And they are having problems recruiting baseball players into their programs because of the high schools not having baseball programs. So many of our African American athletes are going to basketball and football because it's more open and it's more available to them. But it's a problem that we need to focus on and work on.
It's going to take the players. That's who's going to do it. But you look at even colleges. Towson had to be resuscitated by Martin O'Malley. Yes. The University of California. This is a Pac-10, a major school, and they nearly lost their program. So if you're seeing it go at the college level, major college teams, you've got an issue there. I've been covering Prince George's for years and years, and we start with football and the fall sports, and then basketball, and then, boy, we go down in the spring, and the baseball teams. There are many there, but you can see there's definitely
The
a drop.
caliber.
And many times it's the same kids who are playing football and basketball, but baseball is something to pass the time, whereas they're focusing on football and basketball to potentially write a ticket for them.
And then, of course, in
Yeah.
the colleges, you were saying to me before the show that a lot of it depends on, it's because of the revenue. It's a
yeah,
non-revenue sport in
Well, that's
college.
true.
So,
That baseball itself does not bring revenue into the colleges, and the football and basketball has to carry baseball. Same thing with tennis and golf in most of the schools. It's non-revenue focusing, but many of the schools, I hate Maryland had to drop their program. Howard had to drop their program, and many of the major colleges that should have baseball, they can't afford it.
let's
I remember the
let's-
day Bowie State dropped it. And you're,
Yeah,
you know, being
yeah,
a Bowie State
right,
guy, it was
right.
a big deal when that
right.
that campus had to drop
Yeah.
that program. It was snowing that
and it
day,
was a
too.
pretty good program
Yeah,
at the time.
yeah, they were
Yeah,
solid too
yeah.
because they were able to get some of the kids in Prince
Right.
George's who did want to play and stay home. Yeah.
The movie 42, have you guys seen it? I've seen it. I thought it was well done. And I actually I was trying to get Rachel Robinson to call in to the show tonight because of our discussion. She was traveling today, so she wasn't able to, but I did talk to the PR director up there at the Jackie Robinson Foundation, and she was saying that movie has done very well. It's exceeded all their expectations, and she says some of the calls she's getting from like grandmothers and grandfathers and mothers saying that they're bringing their young sons to see that. That might inspire them to play baseball.
I thought the movie was well done, and playing during that area, I can see a lot they could not put into the movie because of the time frame. But they covered all the major aspects of it. They showed the fact why he was selected as a player. He wasn't the best ball player during that time, African American ball player, but he had all of the ingredients that they felt they needed for the first African American to be on a Major League Baseball team. And then the things he went through, from the teams accepting him to the one Pee Wee Reese, he'll always stand out, is going out and putting his arms around him. And from that point on, he was accepted by a lot of people. But I thought it was a well put together movie. It's the type of movie most of all of the young people and parents and fathers, all of them should go and see so they get a good version of what it was during the time that he came along.
All right, well, our time is running out. Let's talk about our top teams so far this year. Dave, who are the top teams in the league?
You know what? I mean, forget the records and all. I tell you what, I'd watch out for the Cardinals.
Cardinals,
Something about
yeah.
St. Louis, and I
Okay.
know what they did last year to the Nationals, but there's something they just seem to have it. That's a
All
tough
right.
unit.
What about
And
in the American
League? The Angels, or believe it or not, the Yankees. I'd still watch out for the Yankees. When they get Jeter back, look out.
What about you, Fred?
Well, right now, I'm afraid for Cincinnati and Atlanta. They frighten me. With the players they've acquired to go in, with everybody being healthy, I think that those two teams could be a big problem for the Nationals. American League, again, the Angels, like I said, I'd never count the Yankees out. We always hated them, but they were always there. And right now, Boston seems to be coming
They've got the
into
best
play.
record in baseball.
So that's going to make this whole thing tight. I hope it goes out. I just hope all the players can stay healthy for the rest of the year.
And all of those teams we mentioned are teams that can spend when the trade deadline comes in a few months, too.
All right,
That is
well,
true.
we're going to find out in a few more weeks. And thanks, guys, for joining us today.
Pleasure. Thank
It's
you.
been a pleasure being here and pleasure meeting you and discussing this issue with
Well,
you.
you know you got to come back.
Oh, just open the door.
All right.
Just give me a call.
All right, well, we hope you enjoyed the premiere edition of Around the Diamond, and check us out throughout the baseball season as we bring you outstanding guests, features, and stories regarding the Major League Baseball League. It's teams, players, and hot prospects also. So please send your comments and feedback to metroscenetv@aol.com. I'm Marvin Jackson. I'll see you around the diamond. Take care, everybody. Thanks, guys.